Here we are. It is the AVConf, Agile Ventures first conference. We have Rails Girls, we have Brent, we have Nico, we have lots of people, we have Sam here. I'm just hosting this little intro kickoff event. We've got a packed day full of different presentations. I'll just go and share my screen to show you that. There we go. Yes, so we've and we've got the four viewers on the stream. Yes, lots of greetings, viewers. Hello, hello, hello. Good to have you with us. So yeah, I'm also losing my voice a little bit. We have Joseph is here as well. Hello, Joseph. Right, let's bring my little face in there. All right. Yeah, so what we've got done here is a full day, lots of different projects from Agile Ventures. Agile Ventures being a sort of a worldwide organization where we get groups of different online volunteers together who work in Agile teams to try and do development work for charities and non-profits also around the world. And this is the first time we're having anything like this sort of full day conference. We're also having our annual general meeting. We're now a charitable incorporated organization in the UK, so that's the new official sort of charity denomination. And one of the requirements of being a charity is that within, I think it's within 18 months of first setting up the whole organization, we have to have an annual general meeting. The main things that will happen there is that the initial trustees, who are like the directors of the charity and make sure the charity is on course, will step down and will elect new trustees. So that's there. I've sort of sneakily popped that into the middle of a day full of different presentations on various of the projects that are ongoing in Agile Ventures at the moment. Certainly, it's not all the projects. These are the ones we've got. We've got myself fairly shortly. I'm going to be presenting the local support project, which is the oldest project that we have. It predates actually the existence of Agile Ventures as a concept. It was our first sort of project for a local non-profit with alumni of the, what's it called? The eSARS Engineering Software as a Service MOOC, which is where things all kicked off. After me, we're going to have, I think we're going to have a combination of sort of video and live from Susanna and Pat are going to be presenting on the SHF project, which is a Swedish sort of dog professionals organization. There is a Swedish word that I will not try and, which SHF stands for, I won't try and pronounce, but they'll be presenting on that. And then I think this may have just been updated. We have a slight change in the schedule. Oh, there we go. God, that was so nice. I just reload that page. I'd already done the work in the background, and so we've got Joao and Federico swapping around. We've got the Met Plus project being presented. That's by video at 1 o'clock UTC, and that's all about helping job seekers in Detroit, Michigan, in the US. After that, we're going to have the WikiEDU dashboard. That's Sage Ross of Wikimedia runs this project. This is a whole sort of education through Wikipedia project, quite exciting. And then after that, we'll have, so this one I'll try and pronounce it, the Rundfunk mit Bestimmen, which is to do with public broadcasting in Germany. Robert Schaefer is going to be presenting that. And if you've survived all of those, then it'll be time for our AGM annual general meeting, which hopefully will go smoothly. First time we're ever doing this thing. It's a new thing for us, so that'll be going off. Ably followed by, if you want more, we're going to have Federico presenting on the Phoenix One project, which is sort of a special US non-profits to do with sort of raising donations and so on. Federico will talk more about that. Then we've got the one and only Nico is going to be presenting Website One, which is the software that runs all of this, agileventures.org. That's there. Then I think we may or may not have the Paranauts talk. I've got some, I think Ryder may not be available. Either I will present the Paranauts project, or I've got some backup speakers. Maybe he'll give one of our trustees is offering to give a presentation on the GDPR, which is affecting all sorts of organizations across Europe and the world. And then finally, we're going to finish up with Will talking about the Y project, which is Ethereum and a framework for giving sort of donations to charities of your choice when you're making Ethereum payments. So that's the day. I guess I'll just go through the how it's all going to work. The idea is that it's each of these presentations is about 15 minutes, followed by 15 minutes for discussion. I noticed already that Joao's video is 30 minutes, so there's going to be maybe I could play it at double speed. I'm not sure. We'll see. But the idea is to be flexible. In my mind, it's 15 minutes presentation, a few slides from each project presenter, and then in the sort of recorded section there'll be time for discussion and chatter and so on. What we'll be doing is all of the video streams will be going into our Slack instance, and that's we can see we've got the general channel here in our Agile Ventures Slack, and so although these click to play links, which will be all of the video live streams for that. There is a limited amount of space in each Hangout, although actually we've got a nice balance at the moment. Maybe I'll just carry on. If we do get a bit full, I might start switching to just putting the Hangout links into the professional development channel to prioritize the premium members. In particular, for the AGM meeting, it's the premium face-to-face members who are going to have voting rights. So they certainly have priority to be in the Hangout for that meeting. And then what I was imagining to do was, after sort of 30 minutes or so for each presentation, we would sort of have a breakout networking session, leave the Hangout running, turn the video off, people can chat. We've also got the Slack environment as well, and hopefully people will just sort of hang out and find out more, whether it's about that particular project or anything about Agile Ventures. Should be fine. Yeah, so that's sort of the logistics of it. We'll make a playlist. At the end of the day, we'll have a playlist with all the videos from all the projects. I'm certainly hoping that for all of the projects, what they can end up with is a little sort of promotional video that they can then use to help attract more people to their projects. And that we'll have successfully completed the AGM and be ready, set up for the next year. Got a lot more details about the election of new trustees, who can vote, the existing trustees, details there. I won't go into that now. I guess we can certainly talk about that more in the AGM meeting. But yeah, that's pretty much the plan for the day. Does anybody have any questions or suggestions or thoughts about how this is all going to work?
Can be like a little interactive, for example, while we are presenting or during the presentation, people can ask questions. No, they don't need to wait until the end, right?
Well, I think that's up to the individual speakers,
Okay.
and so certainly with the Hangout, and even with Slack, there's people on the stream. Hopefully, they will feel enabled to come into if we've got 6 viewers on the stream at the moment now. Hopefully, they'll all be able to access the Slack and ask questions. I guess depending on for an individual speaker, depending on your style, you might, as a speaker, kind of feel that you want to sort of present your stuff 15 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever it is, and say, hold on to your questions and we'll get into it at the end. Other speakers prefer, to kind of make it more of a conversational thing and kind of bring that in. And so I think,
it depends.
I wouldn't want to impose a particular style on the different speakers. I think it's whatever the speaker feels comfortable with. But certainly we do, as you're doing now, we've got with the Hangout, and assuming my computer doesn't melt, or other people's going to have trouble with Hangout. We've got the framework to have kind of an interactive thing, which I think is generally more interesting to listen to a dynamic discussion. Although, I mean, and anyway, I'm going to be in all of the meetings, for help running the broadcast, trying to manage who's in the Hangout, who's on the stream, trying to bring questions to the speaker's attention, make sure that the speaker knows that, how much time they've got left and so on. We've got Matthew saying, good morning to everyone. Good morning to Matthew. Yes. People with sore throats unite. I don't know if you hear I'm not as 100% well myself. So hopefully I'll survive this day. This happens. We put together something like a design sprint or a special day, and then I seem to get unwell, and I can't really drop out. But yeah. Obviously, I'm a big talker. I kind of carry. I'm hoping that I will fade into the background, for many of these presentations, and allow the audience to interact with the speaker. And I certainly hope that for all of these things, we've got working systems. There's working software for all of these, and I do hope that the speakers feel empowered to share screens of the website or what have you, to kind of show the people what's going on. And Potty it's Sigu. Sigu is here. Hey Sigu, yay Sigu! Woohoo! Wow, this is exciting. We've got 7 of us in the Hangout and six viewers on the video stream. So that's all solid. Good stuff. Well, I think what I'll do there is we'll do like this first section in a kind of a microcosm of the plan for each of the different presentations. So we've reached it's 11:45 my time. It's 10:45 UTC. So what I might do there is stop the broadcast. That'll be the opening event. We've got that 10-15 minute chunk that people can watch later on. And then, of course, some people might be nervous about asking questions when it's being broadcast. But so I'll stop the broadcast there.